Hey, people, welcome back. It's been a while that I've not dropped content because I lost one of my devices and I found it. I kind of lost my 12 Pro Max and I found it. So I had a lot of my notes in there that I already prepared to a lot of content I already prepared to give out there, but I lost my phone. But luckily I found it because in Germany, when you lose something, you could just go to one or two places and you find it. So I found my phone. Let's get back into what I was about to say today. So if there is something that I've noticed about the United States is that every time a black entrepreneur, every time a black artist, every time a black person becomes successful, he always gets to the point of having to divorce with his wife and paying a certain amount of money, divorce fee and all of this child support thing. Recently I saw on the internet a famous footballer, Hakimi. So let's get back into the United States. The latest person that has fallen into this thing is Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese has been held in court, or rather he has been held in contempt and must pay $336,000 for child support and ex-wife's lawyer. Why is it popping up so much among black people? You don't get to see this among white people, or if you see this among white people, they don't get to make it public like ours. It is so much rampant on the internet right now. I don't just want to get into the detail because it's the same situation. They had a misunderstanding and and it's the same situation. I don't want to know why or who's wrong, Tyrese is wrong or the wife is wrong, but why does it always happen to the black people? That's what I'm asking. Another person that went through this situation was Dr. Dre. When Dr. Dre got into the point of his life where he was like the biggest thing in the music industry, he was like the biggest producer, he was the biggest hit maker, it was the biggest, the sound engineer, the creators of sound. Immediately he comes up with this marriage situation. You see Dr. Dre like someone that you're looking up to, and you see him going through this moment. Trust me, you have a rethink about who your idols are. He might be going through this situation and he's totally innocent of whatsoever the wife is accusing him, because remember, his wife accused him of hitting him, his wife accused him of not being, loyal, his wife accused him of not being a good husband and all of these things. The problem is that we have been so wrong dreams. First of all, we have been so wrong dreams in the sense that we have been fooled at what are in the movies. It's even funny that the old people even fall for the same traps. Anyway, movies have been existing since in the old days. So we watch a lot of things on the movie and think this is real life. I was walking today in the street and I saw a 65-year-old, a German man walking with his wife. And they stopped by a beautiful house, and they were viewing everything. They were viewing how the architecture of the house and everything. And all of us overheard the woman saying to the man, a very old woman, she saw a design in the house and she told the man, "Hey honey, why don't you have this in our house?" And the man stood quiet for a while. I was like 3 meters or 5 meters away from them, so I could overhear them. Even when I got close and 5 meters away, I can still hear them. So that's how I got to hear all the conversation. The man was like, "Honey, don't bother, I'm gonna do that next week." Like, was giving the woman assurance that, "Don't bother, I can do that, I'm gonna do it for your woman." And the woman was very happy. And I stood there for a while, not looking at them, just stood there by the train stop, and I was just thinking, kind of thinking to myself, like, this is 70-year-old and they've been married for like probably 30 or 40 years, if I'm not making a mistake. This is how this woman is still kind of like, she's still asking for this petty thing, she's still behaving, she's still wanting other things. I'm like, whoa, why are we being deceived that marriage is this beautiful place where everyday things are like gold and you have to no. When I just saw this, I was not even thinking about the woman being kind of like impulsive to the man. I was just thinking about the fact that, so if this thing actually happens in marriage, at this age, it means that any other thing could happen. Why on earth would you go to a point where you and somebody will have a love relationship where you share even kids and you do all of these things with them and you decide to separate with them and you're even accepting to take 50% of his money? Like, why on earth? Like, why were you in together at the first place? That's what I'm asking myself. Is that the black people have been explained the wrong thing about marriage, or they don't understand anything about it? Because every time a black man becomes successful, he's been hit with a separation. See how successful Snoop Dogg is, but every time an artist is trying to transition, it's always at that transition stage. I don't know about Tyrese Gibson, I don't know how successful he is, but man, I was just hurt to see that he was another victim of it, and he was a black person. And it's all over on the internet again. Well, anyway, let's not talk too much. That's all I had to share today. Please hit the subscribe button, like, and tell me what you think about this video.